All right, we're back with a new recipe, American gravy. I am Lauren Gruel.
I am Andrew Gruel. Are we going to do this every time now?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
It's nice. It's kind of like we traded. What if I really was? What if we went through the cosmos and I turned into Lauren? I would just sit around and look at myself in the mirror all day if I was Lauren because I was so good looking.
Oh, shit. What?
So, all right, once again, going through the grocery store, trying to get dishes for under $20 altogether. I found this pork belly, piece of a Coleman pork belly, skinless, $10, pound and a half of pork, right? I think we always think of pork belly as either like braised or used in ramen or just bacon, right? And we don't have the time and we don't have most people don't have the capability to be able to make their own bacon. I'm gonna show you how you can take just a raw pork belly and turn it into something that's meltingly tender and delicious. And the pork belly, right? See, there you go. That's the bacon.
Wow.
I mean, that's,
so we can
that's what bacon would look
theoretically
like.
just slice this very thinly and make bacon.
Well, what you would do is you would cure it first, and you would smoke it, and you would cold smoke it so you don't cook it, and then you would cook that, and that's the bacon.
God, that sounds complicated. Let's just...
Yeah, exactly, right? So what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna lightly braise this. So it just, the pork belly has got so much gelatin in there, it gives you that beautiful, meltingly tender bite that just makes your world explode. You'll never wanna work another day in your life. You'll just wanna sit around and eat pork belly day in and day out. That's what this is gonna do to you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Did you get taller?
I did. I've actually been stretching my body a lot.
Look at him.
Yeah. This is key, and it's the Ozempic.
Don't say that.
All right, so I've got a pan going right now getting hot. We're gonna sear the pork belly in that pan, but then while the pork belly is searing on all sides, we're gonna cut some aromatics, which we're then gonna add back to the pan with some braising liquid, put the pork belly back in there after it's seared and browned, and then we're gonna let it go low and slow on the stovetop, or we can go in the oven. That way we don't have to pay attention to it.
Let's not pay attention to it.
Let's not pay attention to it.
All these meals today, let's just forget about them.
Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. Okay, cool. So salt, give me some salt. Freshly cracked salt. Only the best here at the Gruel household. Oh, and there's that beautiful skin.
Look at that.
I'm going to, because there's fat already on here, and this is something that I've been impressing upon all of you wonderful viewers, is I'm not gonna add fat to the pan. I'm gonna let the natural fat in the pork actually lubricate and cook the meat.
You don't need
so
fat when you
there
have
we
that.
go. Fat side down, right in the pan. Let's just let that go, okay?
How much ginger would you like?
About half of that. Just cut them into half of that. Cut them into just big fat pieces.
Am I peeling it?
Nah, don't even worry about it because we're gonna pull it out.
Okay. You know what my biggest fear is?
Cutting your finger
being on camera. Cutting my...
That's all right. I've actually done that before. I did that on
cut
a
your
TV.
finger
I did that
off?
on a TV show. Yeah. I like. Well, it was that like Mom versus Chef show I did.
You cut your finger
And I wasn't
on
paying
that?
attention. I cut my finger so bad, but I hit it really, really well, and I was just going one-handed for the rest of the show. And then when I went to go serve the dish, they saw the blood and they were like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's just a tomato reduction."
What are you gonna do with these?
Just leave them as is.
As is. How
Just
many do you want?
let's do half of this on there. There we go. Just do big fat pieces. That's it.
That's
Bingo.
it. Wow.
Bingo. Make our
Easy
broth with
peasy.
that. And then I've got some ginger ale. The kids were sick for a couple weeks, so we had some ginger ale.
As was your this one.
As was the princess here. She was sick.
No, there was no princess treatment.
This is a lie. That is not true.
You were out of town.
I was out of town for half of the time that she was sick. When I came home,
When I was at my peak, he was out of town.
I immediately came home, walked in, scrubbed the walls, scrubbed the floors, sanitized everything,
Yeah,
took
'cause
care
I
of the
was-
kids,
I
made their
was
food,
weak and
brought all
frail.
the laundry down, washed the laundry, folded the laundry the way
I
she
don't know
likes.
okay. Now you just want.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
It felt good. That felt good.
helping me.
That feels good. No, I only brought it up because you brought it up.
Not talking anymore.
Okay.
It's fine.
So,
Okay, let's see. Is it cooking in its own fat?
yeah. See, it's rendering a ton of fat.
Look at that.
See the fat that it's rendering? This is why. This is how we cross-utilize products within products. Let that cook a little bit more. Turn the heat down low. Bring this all over to the stovetop. So we pull the pork belly out. Got it nice and golden brown on all sides. Now we're gonna add our aromatics back to the pan. We're gonna let them cook in some of that rendered pork fat just to get it nice and golden brown. Just get some of that fat kind of circulated through the veggies. This is gonna be the foundation of flavor, right? So we're not cooking that too long. We're not gonna really caramelize this. Now I'm gonna add my chicken stock, which is gonna be the base of the braise. Okay, add the chicken stock, add the ginger ale.
The ginger ale.
Did your tummy hurt?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
You're getting crazy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, and then do
Not
a dash of fish sauce in there.
Dash of fish. Oh God. A dash.
Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of tamari. A little bit of tamari in there. Now, this is where, like, if you wanted to do a starch with this, I would throw like sweet potatoes in right now with the braise, right? You're gonna pull most of these veggies out, or you can eat them, or eat around them. I mean, this is a rustic braise. So now that this is boiling, I'm gonna throw the pork belly back in there. Okay. See, it's about 3/4 of the way up, right? Which would be like a traditional braise. We're gonna turn the temp down. Okay. We're gonna throw a lid on here, and then we're just gonna throw this right into a 325 oven. And we're gonna slowly braise it in the oven until it's meltingly tender, probably an hour and a half.
Oh, it's gonna take that long?
It's gonna take that long. You gotta stick around with me for an hour, an hour and a half.
I'll be here.
You wanna play canasta or something?
Sure.
Shoots and ladders?
Yeah. Okay.
There we go, in the oven. All right, well, let's go camping. All right, pork belly surprise. Our pork's been braising in the oven for about an hour and a half now, so we're gonna pull it from the oven. We're gonna strain all those solids out of there. Then we're gonna actually make a sauce with the braising liquid, and then we're gonna pour it back on the pork belly. Pouring on the pork, pouring on the pork, porking on the pork. It's gonna be delicious. So here I go, I'm just gonna pull this from the oven. You stay here, I'm gonna drop it right here.
I'll guard the
stay
towel.
here, don't go anywhere.
Not moving.
Okay? Don't go anywhere, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere, I'm right here. Okay. Oh yeah, don't look at my butt. All right, here we go. There we go. Oh, you smell that? That ginger is like just aromatic. Watch. Oh yeah.
Wow.
That is it. That is what I'm talking about right there. I mean, this is like just, oh, it slipped off. Like trying to transport a whale. I'm doing this with my left hand, that's why it's.
What is happening?
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah, there we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this with all the liquid through there.
Ah!
That's fatty, right? Some of that's fatty, so we're gonna skim some of the fat out, okay? I'm going to just take a little bit of water, just to kind of pull it together a little bit, right? Just pour that over the top. There we go. So there's some water in there. Squeeze some of that good stuff in there. Yeah, there you go. Get some of those garlic cloves squeezed in there. Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
So you can see where the fat is separated from the actual braising liquid. So I'm just gonna skim some of this fat off the top, just around the exterior. Okay, just pour it over the meat. Skim some of that fat off. What?
It was hard.
I know, right? Skim some of that fat off. Just, I mean, a little fat's fine, right? But I don't want it to be like oily. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this and I'm going to put it back into a pot, all right? So that's our braising liquid right there. You can see it in there. I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. I'm gonna throw this back on the stove. I'm gonna mount whole butter into this. And while I do that, Lauren, why don't you put the pork onto a plate?
So you just have some butter going.
I have just the butter and the braising liquid. I'm just mounting it together. It's about probably 2 parts braising liquid to 1 part butter. So you're just kind of swirling it in there together. And that'll come together into a velvety goodness. The garlic cloves have actually broken down, so there's some pectin in there, which will give this this sauce itself a nice gelatinous mouthfeel. I mean, this is so rich that I would almost suggest even using, almost suggest you having it as an appetizer. All right.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
We're delirious over here. Okay. You got your mounted
right?
butter sauce.
That is it. Kind of see that right there. If you look at this pork, it is just like look at this. Look at how it's just coming apart. It's just like meltingly tender. Remember, this thing was tough. Finish it with just a little bit of sauce right over the top.
Ooh.
Okay, and then we'll probably just, I mean, later on right now, no. We'll probably cook up some tortillas and just make like some pork belly tacos, but for the purposes of showing you guys how tender this is, just cut this down the center.
You like put no effort into that. It's just like
Yeah, I know.
fell apart.
I mean, there it is, right? Like it's just unbelievable. It's like a cake. It's like a pork cake. Let me just get this guy. I mean, you could eat it with a spoon, really, but I'm gonna try and get a slice out of it. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it is just like falling apart tender.
Try it.
I'm gonna dip it. That's unbelievable.
Really?
Do
Now
it.
I'm gonna have to try some.
Just really like that.
It's too much. Oh crap. Okay, you're right.
So timid.
I'm not timid. It's hot.
And that ginger in there. It's not that overwhelming, right? Like you can make whatever sauce you want, as we talked about during the braise, like add more soy, mirin, make it sticky. Do a nice glaze on there, do barbecue style, but the technique is the same. And it just leaves you with this. I mean, this was $10. This is so rich. I wouldn't eat more than like 2 or 3 ounces of this. So this is a 5 or 6 person hunk of meat.
It's really good.
Gosh.
Would have been good on there?
Wow, what?
Some orange zest.
Orange zest, you're right. You know what else would be good on there?
What?
Like some Pop Rocks.
Yeah, that would be good.
You know what else would be good on there?
What?
A little whipped cream. I mean, sorry, never mind. I don't even know what I was thinking about. All right, guys, well, there you go. There's a $10 dish. It takes more than 10 minutes, of course, but it's totally worth it. Easy to do. Restaurants will charge you like 40 or 50 bucks for this. As you see, you can do it at home. Set it, forget it, like 3 or 4 steps. Oh, yeah.
So good.
Talk soon.